Hi, this is Margaret from Margaret's Crafts. I want to share with you a couple things, but they're all Smashbook related. I want to show you a couple Smashbooks that I have in progress, and one Smashbook that I just finished making. This one I found the chipboard wood for the Bind It All at Tuesday morning for $1.49. And this was the 8x10, and you get two sheets, and they're like, this is a different one that I have. They're really thick. You can't cut them with anything. I practiced one cut. I could get one thing to cut with, but I was afraid I was going to break it because it was so hard to get through with my Cuttlebug. And I was able to cut one of the Tim Holtz dies. But then I wasn't able to cut anything else with it. So, and it was making all kinds of noise. I didn't want to tear up my machine just to experiment with it. And I just was cut. If it was just slightly thinner, it would work really well. Because this did cut, but I couldn't get any of the other smaller dies. I didn't try the bigger ones. I just left it alone. And it was the butterfly one that I cut. And this was the sheet that I had used to practice the cutting stuff on. And this is what I came up with the 8x10. You get a front and the back, and I made it just like the regular Smashbooks, but this is covered with paper, and you know, it has the almost like a cloth. So what I did was I used textured paper to go over my ends. And I made it like in the three parts that, you know, this was the front, the back, and the spine. And for the spine, I just used some chipboard, and I just doubled it to make it as thick as this chipboard. And I just made it just, you know, a regular way like I made my other Smashbooks. I wanted to show this, but I had gotten so excited when I got it done that I had started decorating it. And I didn't want it to show yet because I'm not ready for that part to be shown. And I used my cinch to bind it, and I just cut a piece of cardstock to fit on the inside. After I made it, I'm like, I should have made this in pink too, and it would have all blended together where you wouldn't have seen this white. But it was my first time trying it with this wood board, and I really like it. And I just cut my cardstock to fit the entire panel on the front, an 8x10 sheet right here. And I didn't make it to close around, so I wanted that natural finish on here. And what I planned on doing, I made a Copic image, and I glued it down, and then I'm going to take some of the, and I'm going to use the Mod Podge to cover the whole front after I put my title on. And what I did was I used just the white scrapbook paper, white cardstock, because I want to decorate it. I already started doing a couple pages, but I have those. And I'm just going to leave a border around some of the pages. Some of the pages I'll do in really close. So I got a lot of white cardstock in here. I used a 1.5 inch spine, and I used the 1-inch rings to do this. So each of my pages, I did it white because it seems like I'm always covering over a lot of my pages when I make them anyway. So I just did them white, and I'm going to cover over the top of this with different things. And I think this is, well, I can say this is going to be, I'm going to have like some recipes and stuff in here, and the different things in there like that. And I'm even thinking about putting a pocket in the back to hold some of my my recipes. As you can see, my back is made the same way as the front. It's just cut right to the edge of it. So that's the front of my book. My spine and the back of my book is all covered. And it was made very easily with this chipboard wood from Bind It All that I got at Tuesday morning. Very easy, and some cardstock. My next share is, I've been working on, I have several Smashbooks, all of my Smash books, I themed them because I didn't want a lot of stuff, mixed up stuff, all in the one Smash book. So I have one. This is my family heritage one. And what I did was I had old pictures of my mom, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, and so on. And I even have some old pictures, like my mom when she was a baby with my grandfather, and some old, other pictures of when we grew up. And my sister has some pictures of my grandfather's brothers and stuff. And I want to put all of that in this book, and this is what I started out with. The front page, I started out with a picture of my mom. It was an old picture, I think when she, I think she told us that she was 18 at the time when she took this picture. And I just did a picture with my mom. Then I did a picture of her mom, which is my grandmother. And then a picture of her dad. And most of the way I'm doing it, the ladies, I'm using the Dorley lace. Either I'm using the Martha Stewart punches or I'm using regular Dorley laces. And then here's a picture of my great-grandmother. This is my grandfather's mother. And I just used a regular, Dorley lace on there. And this is my great-grandfather, which is my grandfather's father's. So this is his wife. And I used some of the Tim Holtz dyes, and then I just used his inks. I used the rusted hinge and the soot black, and kind of try to make them look old, and then the keys and the lock. And then some embellishments. The paper for this was real cute because it looked like doilies on this one, but I didn't like it for the man's picture, so I just covered it and tried to use, like the same colorings, the burgundy and stuff, and the cream color to match the two pages together. And as far as my heritage book, that's all I have done so far. I still have more pictures. I just keep them right up in here, and when I get to them, then I just pull a picture out and scrapbook it. And that's my heritage book. Another book that I have going is my Facebook or online book. And I colored the front of this one with metallic markers. I haven't had a chance to do my other one yet. Metallic markers. I used stickles. And then I used some other markers to go with the, to accent it with the gold and the green and stuff like that. And for this one is like, I always see cute little quotes on Facebook and stuff, or somebody will send me a cute little quote or, a little picture, and I'll just print it out on just, white cardstock and cut it out. And then before I would just see it and then I couldn't remember where I saw it at. So now I started to, I have them saved in a folder on my on my computer, and then whenever I get a chance to, I'll print a couple of them out, and then I just smashed them in this book, the ones that I thought was fantastic. And what I did was I put who, like if I saw it, I don't put anything on there. If somebody else, saw it and sent it to me or something, then I put who they, who sent it to me. And this was my first one I had found on there, and I smashed that one. I thought that one was really cute. And then I have a couple of them. There was some small ones that I put over here. Like I said, I put who I saw them from, who had, posted them first. That, right before me. I don't know who originally posted them. And I just put it on there. And then I just, I used some of my Dorley lace. And this one had flower on it already. So I just used glossy accents over the flower. And I used my Martha Stewart punch. And then I used some of my, I forget what, Flower Soft to do the flowers. And then this is a Flower Soft vase and everything. And then I'm in a couple groups online. And one of my groups, we're in a, you send Happy Mail to each other. So what I did was, this is the first one I ever received. So I took the envelope. I don't really like to use a lot of the envelopes because it has the bubble, and I don't want this book to get overfilled. and I just cut out the front of it, and then I used some of the stuff that they sent me. The other stuff I have in a container with all of my Happy Meal stuff in it. And then another one, and I just pick out just randomly a few things from that, and I try to use everything that was, that they sent. I don't want to add anything to it, except some washi tape or something. And then I wrote who it was from and everything like that. Yeah, I crossed out their address. And then here's another one, and I just wanted to use some of the stuff that they had sent, the tags. And if they sent paper, I cut the doily out with the paper, and some more paper, and I cut the butterflies out. And I used part of the envelope because this one came from the Netherlands, and it had some stamps on there, and I wanted to include those stamps. And then the next one I'm still working on. Her stuff is in there, and the stuff that I want to use I pulled out, and it's back behind there, but I'm not going to show it because it's not done yet. I have another one that's all about me. I started an ABC one, and I'm just up to C now because this is another new one. And I'll show that one to you. This one, I didn't have a picture of just me, so I just stuck a picture in there for now. It's me and my husband. And it's my favorite things. I put everything down here. I love crafting, taking pictures. I love scrapbooking. I love sewing. I love popcorn. I love quilting. I love to play the game Angry Birds. I love the Big Bang Theory. I love cross stitching, and I love roses. I have some rose bushes out in the back that I get a rose bush for Mother's Day instead of live flowers. And then this side of the page is all about who I am. And the different things. And I asked my husband and my kids to give me something for that. And then for B, I wrote everything about B. I love the Big Bang Theory. I loved it when Sheldon uses the bazinga. My son bought me this shirt last year, I think, for my birthday that says bazinga on the front. I love butterflies. My husband started buying me the bracelets with the beads. I started buying the bracelets, and then he started going and getting the Zabel charms from the jewelry store. And I have two sons, my boys, and they were both boys, and they're both my babies, even though one is 22 and one is 25. And then the C I'm still working on. I just got started, and my C is my Copic markers. I love coloring. I love to do counted cross stitch. I love to do all kinds of crafts. That's a macrame table that I had made in the background. It's a picture of a cake that I had made my son for his first birthday. And my cats, and this one isn't all the way done yet because I wanted to include the picture of my 3 cats that we had in that one. And that's this is my ABC book. And then I have a one with when I'm cleaning and I find something, I'm like, oh, I was wondering where that went. I stuck that in another book. Now that's the book that's all mixed up. It has pictures of my nephews, of my nieces. It has tickets when I went to a game. It's a Mod Podge of everything in that book. And the rest of my books all have a definition for their book. But the main thing I had wanted to show you was my new book that I had made with the Zutter's wood chipboard wood for the Bind It All. Thank you very much for watching my video. Bye.